Hey guys, how are you? I hope that you are okay. I hope that you have had a good weekend, that you have enjoyed your vacations this weekend. I hope that your family is safe because I know that a hurricane is coming back. Give me a second. There it goes. A little higher. Too much. Okay, there. I hope that your family is okay, and I hope that this new hurricane that is coming doesn't affect any of your families. Today we are going to do the first set of questions for this week's let me see, questions and then questions and magic finger again. Okay, so I'm going to divide the rest of the book in sets of three sets of questions. So not three questions, but today we're gonna make questions, and then we're gonna make questions on Tuesday, and then again on Wednesday, and then you're gonna have to send them on Friday. So I hope that you have your books along with you. We are going to start in page number 21. In your book, if you go to your book, it's gonna if it appears 2 pages, as I said the last time. So you have to seek for the ones that says 21 in the corner. Don't mind these numbers because not all the pages have numbers, so it's gonna be very difficult for you. So we're gonna start in here. So the first thing that we are going to do, as always, is that we are going to write the date. We just need to find a page that is not completely full. So I'm going to do a little corner over here to not lose my page, and then I'm going to find a page where I can actually write the date. Well, my notebook is kind of full, but I know that today is Monday, and if I'm not, oh, I know, well, I'm gonna write in here. Today is Monday the 16th, so we're gonna write it in there. We're gonna write in our notebook, reading 4th grade, and then we are going to write the date. Today is Monday, comma, November the 16th, 2020, and then we are going to write in there as our title questions, and then we are going to number our questions like this. See? So we have reading 4th grade, and then today is Monday, November the 16th, 2020, and then questions. Okay, so we started in here in 21, and we are going to be guided a little by what we see in the picture, and then a little by what it's written in there. So we have okay, so we are going to finish in page, okay, here, okay, in here. We are going to start by here. So that would be page number 21 in your books. So if you seek for your book number, it would be 21. We are going to start writing our questions. So we are going to write number 1 for our first question. So number 1. Remember that all the questions are going to be written with a pen, and all the answers are going to be written with a pencil. I'm going to give you an example, okay? Remember, questions with a pen, answers with a pencil, but they need to be readable, okay? They need to be a kind of a pen that I can read. So this is my blue pen and my purple pen. They look like markers, but they're pens. And then I have my pencil to answer. So questions, answers. Okay, let's start. So let's read a little of 21. At last the morning came, and with it the warm sun. I'm reading this page. Well, said Mr. Gregg, thank goodness that's over. I never want to sleep in a nest again. She got up and looked over the side. Help! She cried. Look down there. What is it, my love? Said Mr. Gregg. He stood up and peeped over the side. He got the surprise of his life. On the ground below them stood the 4 enormous dogs, as tall as men, and 3 of them were holding guns in their hands. One had Mr. Greg's gun, one had Philip's guns, and one had William's gun. The guns were all pointing right up at the nest. So as you can see, all the guns were pointing at them. So question number 1 is going to be the following. I'm going to give you one example and then just numbers. So you're going to write in there, what happened in the morning after to the Gregs? Question mark. Don't forget your question marks. So it's gonna look like this, number 1, and then what happened on the morning after to the Gregs? So as we can see in there, something was happening to them. So our answer would be, remember, complete sentences, because some of you don't answer in complete sentences. We are going to use part of the questions. So we are going to say, in the morning after, so we're going to use that, in the morning after, okay, the dogs were using guns against the Gregs. Okay, so this is gonna be my answer. What happens to the Gregs in the morning after? Or what happened in the morning after to the Gregs? So my answer would be, in the morning after, complete sentences, the dogs were using guns against the Gregs. Okay. Number 2. If you didn't get it, you can always rewind the video. Remember to use subtitles. They're in a corner over there. It says CC. It says CC, and CC means subtitles, so you can see CC or CC, so you can see in letters what I'm saying in the wall, in the board, in the screen. Number 2. Sorry if you can hear a baby crying. My neighbors have a baby and she's new and apparently she's not very happy. Number 2. How, now my cat is crying. How were the Gregs feeling? How were the Gregs feeling? Obviously, if someone is pointing a gun at you, last example, see? How were the Gregs feeling? Now remember, the answer is going to be with a pencil. This is going to be the last example, and then everything is going to be written by you. How were the Gregs feeling? As you can see in the picture, they're not very happy, and obviously they are scared. So we are going to write in there, they are feeling very scared. See? So I wrote in both of them, depending on which one do you want to write. If you want to write it in print, you can do it. If you want to write in cursive, like Miss Lucia taught you, you can also do it. I don't really mind this time. Now in 5th grade, you're always going to write in cursive. So my advice is to practice the cursive. But right now, it doesn't really matter. So we have 1, 2, and now that you have the examples, you can continue writing them. Remember, pen for the question, pencil for the answer. Okay. Number 3. But number 3 is going to come from the next page. This page, 22. No, don't, called out Mr. and Mrs. Greg, both together. Don't shoot, please, don't shoot. Why not? Said one of the dogs. It was the one who wasn't holding a gun. It was the mother. You are always shooting at us. But that's not the same, said Mr. Greg. We are allowed to shoot dogs. Who allows you? Allows means to give permission. We allow each other, said Mr. Greg. Very nice, said the dog. And now we are going to allow each other to shoot you. I would have loved to have seen Mr. Greg's face just then, because he was scared. "Oh, please," cried Mrs. Gregg. "My two little children are up here with us. You wouldn't shoot my children." In here. See, all of them are pointing at them. "Yesterday you shot at my children," said the dog. "You shot all 6 of my children." Ooh, the dogs are angry. So let's make question number 3. Question number 3 is, what does allowed means? What does allowed means? Remember that I said in here that they were allowing each other. That means give permission. But as much as we are writing what does allowed means, we need to write complete sentences. So the answer would be, allowed means to give or get permission. Permission with double S. Allowed means to give or get permission. Number 4. Remember that if you don't get the answers, you can always rewind the video or stop it. Number 4. Why are the dogs so angry? Why are the dogs so angry? See, I'm writing. I'm copying with you. So if you copy with me, then you don't have to stay after the video. You can be finished. So why are they so angry? Remember what she said in here? She said, "Yesterday you shot my children," said the dog. "You shot all 6 of my children." So in the answer for why are the dogs so angry, we can write, the dogs are angry. The dogs are angry because the Gregs killed their 6 children. The dogs are angry because the Gregs killed their 6 children. Remember, you can rewind it if you're not finding the speed to copy the answers, okay? Next, we have these pages. We're gonna read this first and then this, but they are page 23, both of them together in your book, 23. "I'll never do it again," cried Mr. Gregg. "Never, never, never." "Do you really mean that?" asked the dog. "I do mean it," said Mr. Gregg. "I'll never shoot another dog as long as I live." "That's not good enough," said the dog. "What of a deer?" "I'll do anything you say if you will only put down those guns," cried Mr. Gregg. "I'll never shoot another dog or another deer or anything else again." "Will you give me your word on that?" said the dog. I will, said Mr. Gregg. "Will you throw away your guns?" asked the dog. "I will break them into tiny bits," said Mr. Gregg, "and never again need you be afraid of me or my family." So we can write as question number 5. Mr. Gregg was scared, but what was he scared? What were the dogs planning to do with the guns? So we can write in there, why were the Greggs so scared? Why were the Greggs family so scared? Now, if you remember in the page before this one, remember that all of them are in a nest. So if the dogs shoot at the nest, who's gonna die? Exactly. All of the family is gonna die. But Mr. Gregg is not afraid of Mr. Gregg and Mrs. Gregg. He's afraid of Philip and William. So we can write as an answer, the Greggs were scared. The Greggs were scared because they don't want to die. They don't want to die. They don't want to die. So basically, they were afraid because the dogs were trying to shoot them, and that's very scary. Number 6. So as you can remember, he promised that if the dogs don't shoot at them, he promising something. So we are going to write in there, what is Mr. Greg's promise to the dog? What is Mr. Greg or Mr. Greg's promise to the dog? So what is the promise? He said, I'll do anything you say if you will only put down those guns, cried Mr. Gregg. I'll never shoot another dog or another deer or anything else again. And then the dog asks, will you give me your word on that? I will, said Mr. Gregg. Will you throw away your guns? asked the dogs. I will break them into tiny bits. Break them, destroy them. So you can answer in the question, what is Mr. Greg's promise to the dog? So you can write in there, Mr. Greg's promise to the dogs. Remember, complete sentences. Answer with a pencil. Mr. Greg's answer to the dogs is that he will never kill another dog, deer, or anything. Another dog, deer, or anything. Also, he will destroy the guns. So we can write as an answer for number 6 again. Mr. Greg's promise to the dogs is that he will never kill any deer, dog, or anything. Also, he will destroy the guns, the shotguns, these things. He will destroy them, the guns. That's a big promise he's making. I hope that he can keep it. Number 7. Here. Very well, said the dog. You may now come down, and by the way, may I congratulate you on the nest? For a first effort, it's pretty good. Mr. and Mrs. Gregg and Philip and William hopped out of the nest and flew down. So the dogs agreed on not killing them, but let's see if they can keep it. Now, the next questions also are going to come from page 24. This. It's very dark, right? Then all at once everything went black before their eyes, and they couldn't see. At the same time, funny feeling came over them all, and they heard a great wind blowing in their ears. So the last question is going to be related to that. So we are going to write in there. In the end, what does the dog do? In the end, what does the dog do? In the end, what does the dog do? As much as Mr. Gregg promised to not kill anything anymore, we can write in there. Answer. The dog doesn't kill or shoot at the Greggs or to the Greggs or the Greggs. At the end, the dog doesn't kill the Greggs. Doesn't kill the Greggs. Now we are going to continue tomorrow with this. Remember to copy all the questions. We copied 7 questions today, and I hope that you can continue copying the rest with me. I copied them, but I didn't copy the answers for them. okay? Because this is only for an organization, but for every question you have to have an answer, and remember the answer should be in pencil. They need answers, okay? Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow. Remember to copy everything in your notebook. And so for today, bye guys.